Title: Understanding Migrant Caravans Through Different Lenses. In recent years, the phenomenon of migrant caravans has captured global attention, symbolizing both hope and desperation. Migrant caravans refer to large groups of asylum seekers and migrants traveling together, primarily from Central America to the United States. The origins of these caravans can be traced to a quest for safety in numbers, economic opportunities, and a method to break through increasingly stringent immigration controls. Historical accounts reveal caravans dating back decades, although their visibility surged with massive groups in the 2010s. Traditionally, participants aim for a safer passage, believing that traveling en masse offers protection against violence and deportation. As of 2024, the caravans continue, with notable examples traversing through Guatemala and Mexico towards the U.S. border. The demographic composition is diverse, including families, unaccompanied minors, and single adults, primarily fleeing economic hardship and endemic violence. Many are motivated by the promise of work and a better future amidst unstable hometowns wrecked by political corruption and crime. The root causes prompting individuals to become part of migrant caravans are multifaceted. Economic deprivation, political instability, and social unrest plague many Central American nations, driving citizens to risk it all for perceived security and prosperity abroad. The winding journey holds significant peril, from exhaustion to exploitation by smugglers, compounding the already dire situation of travelers. Simultaneously, the U.S. political climate wields considerable influence over immigration policies. President-elect Donald Trump, known for his strict immigration stance, plans to prioritize border security, potentially shaping the legal landscape for future asylum seekers. His campaign rhetoric reflects a pivotal shift in discourse, emphasizing the need to rethink asylum processes and tighten entry measures. At the U.S.-Mexico border, current infrastructure faces immense pressure managing these caravans. Efforts to fortify security collide with humanitarian obligations, rendering crossing attempts both complex and chaotic. Migrants stranded at the border endure significant hardships, while local communities grapple with an evolving environment. Legal avenues for migrants, though existing, are fraught with obstacles. Navigating asylum applications demands perseverance and understanding of the intricate legal framework. Undocumented immigrants face additional barriers, often contending with limited rights and potential deportation threats, highlighting the uphill battle for justice within a convoluted system. Economically, the influx of immigrants provokes varied reactions. On the one hand, immigrants substantively contribute to labor markets, bolstering sectors like agriculture and services. However, public discourse remains divided over the net benefits, oscillating between recognition of economic contributions and concerns over job competition. Humanitarian perspectives illuminate the severe challenges migrants confront, extending beyond survival to include access to health and socioeconomic stability. Human rights organizations play a critical role in advocating for migrant welfare, providing aid, and amplifying personal stories to engender empathy and support. Introduction to migrant caravans. Migrant caravans refer to large groups of people, mostly from Central America, who travel together over long distances in an attempt to improve safety and ensure security during their journey. These caravans often span several countries, with many participants seeking to reach the United States. The practice has roots in collective migration patterns observed historically, but the term gained wider attention in the 2010s. Typically, these caravans are driven by economic hardship, violence, and political instability in home countries. A notable example is the 2018 caravan that sought to highlight the challenges faced by migrants and to advocate for asylum rights. In 2024, a caravan is expected to take a well-trodden route north from Honduras and El Salvador, comprising a diverse demographic of men, women, and children seeking a safer and economically stable life. Reasons behind migration. The motivations for joining migrant caravans are multifaceted. People from countries like Honduras, Guatemala, and El Salvador face severe economic challenges, including unemployment and poverty, coupled with high crime rates and political corruption. This drives many individuals to venture north in search of better opportunities and safety for their families. The journey itself is fraught with dangers, from harsh weather to the threat of exploitation and violence. Many migrants see participation in a caravan as a way to mitigate these risks by traveling in numbers, hoping to find community support along the way. The U.S. political climate and immigration policy. The landscape of U.S. immigration policy has evolved significantly over the years, often reflecting the country's political climate. With the election of Donald Trump, who campaigned with stringent immigration stances, changes in policy are anticipated that could impact migrant caravans drastically. Trump's proposals may include enhanced border security and tighter asylum regulations, reflecting a broader discourse that shapes both public opinion and legislative efforts. U.S.-Mexico border situation. The U.S.-Mexico border is characterized by substantial infrastructure designed to manage and often deter the influx of migrants. As large migrant caravans approach, border security mechanisms are put to the test, involving the deployment of additional personnel and the use of technology to monitor movements. For those waiting to cross, life at the border can be taxing, caught between uncertainty and hope. Meanwhile, border communities may experience an increase in interactions with migrants, as well as a strain on local resources. Legal processes for migrants seeking asylum. Navigating the complex U.S. legal system can be daunting. Asylum applications involve rigorous vetting, and many migrants face long waits in detention or at the border. Undocumented immigrants possess certain legal rights, though they are often not easily exercised. Challenges range from language barriers to limited access to legal assistance, complicating efforts to achieve legal status. Economic impact of immigration. Immigrants contribute significantly to the U.S. economy, often taking on labor-intensive jobs that support industries such as agriculture and construction. Amid shifting political tides and evolving global challenges, the future of immigration in the U.S. stands at a crucial juncture. As President-elect Donald Trump prepares to take office, potential changes to immigration policy are being closely scrutinized, signaling a new era that could reshape America's approach to welcoming newcomers. Trump's campaign rhetoric and proposed plans suggest heightened security measures, increased enforcement, and revisitations of asylum and refugee policies. However, these anticipated changes provoke both concern and hope within varying communities across the nation. Addressing the root causes of migration is fundamental to crafting long-term solutions. Factors such as economic instability, violence, and climate change in originating countries contribute significantly to the swelling numbers at the border. By fostering international cooperation and offering aid designed to stabilize these troubled regions, the U.S. can play a pivotal role in reducing the necessity of migration as a means of survival. Such external engagement, coupled with robust domestic policy, is essential for holistic and far-reaching reform. Possible reforms may include a multifaceted strategy that balances border security with pathways to citizenship for undocumented immigrants already in the country. A comprehensive immigration reform could incorporate a points-based system favoring skills, offer incentives for seasonal workers, and secure a humane process for family reunifications. Moreover, addressing overstays and enhancing guest worker programs could streamline the legal immigration system, allowing it to adapt to the nation's labor needs without compromising security. Ultimately, the anticipated impacts of these reforms hinge on thoughtful implementation and public support. With a country deeply divided on immigration issues, Fostering an inclusive dialogue that respects diverse viewpoints while prioritizing national interests is paramount. Only through such constructive engagement can the U.S. chart a compassionate, practical path forward, one where immigration policy enhances cultural richness, meets economic demands, and upholds the ethical foundations upon which the nation was built. The future beckons with opportunities for meaningful change that honors the past while welcoming a vibrant shared tomorrow. Introduction to migrant caravans. Migrant caravans have gained international attention as large groups of individuals band together, primarily from Central American countries, to travel to the United States seeking refuge and better opportunities. The concept of these caravans isn't new. They can be traced back to long-standing traditions where people travel in groups for safety and support. Historically, past migrant caravans have varied goals. Some seek asylum from violence, while others are motivated by economic prospects. In 2024, a notable caravan formed with diverse demographics, encompassing individuals from various age groups and backgrounds. Their primary motivations were safety from escalating violence, dire economic conditions, and political instability in their home countries. Reasons behind migration. Central American regions, particularly Honduras, El Salvador, and Guatemala, face acute economic and political struggles. These countries grapple with high violence rates, often attributed to gang activity and political corruption, leading to a lack of job opportunities and poverty. Consequently, many join caravans driven by the hope of a safer and economically secure future. The journey, however, is fraught with peril, from harsh weather conditions to exploitation and violence from traffickers. The U.S. political climate and immigration policy. The United States has witnessed significant shifts in its immigration policies, especially under the impending leadership of President-elect Donald Trump. Known for a hardline stance on immigration, proposed policy changes focus on tighter border control and limiting asylum applications. Political discourse heavily influences immigration policy in the U.S., reflecting polarized views that blend security concerns with humanitarian considerations. U.S.-Mexico border situation. The border infrastructure comprises walls, fences, and numerous checkpoints designed to deter unauthorized crossing. Migrant caravans face intense scrutiny from border security, often leading to lengthy waits and uncertain living conditions. For the locals, the influx of migrants presents unique challenges and interactions. Legal processes for migrants. Upon arrival, migrants face a complex legal landscape applying for asylum. The process requires navigating intricate bureaucratic systems, with many unaware of their rights and legal entitlements as undocumented individuals, encountering significant barriers and delays. Economic impact of immigration. Immigrant labor is essential to many sectors of the U.S. economy, contributing to both skilled and unskilled labor markets. However, debates persist over the economic benefits versus costs, with some perceiving immigrants as a strain on public services, despite evidence of their overall positive fiscal impact. Humanitarian perspectives. Migrants face significant challenges, including health risks and safety concerns during their journey. Many humanitarian organizations actively work to provide aid, focusing on both immediate assistance and advocacy for migrants' rights. Personal stories from caravan members highlight the harsh realities they escape and the daunting challenges they face.